Hello my lovely foodie members, welcome back again to my channel. I hope everybody is doing wonderfully well. Today I share with you a very super delicious Ghanaian recipe. We're making Zaafi from scratch. You're going to love this recipe, so all you have to do is to trust the process. If you are new to my channel, hello, this is cooking with Ifya. Here I share easy and amazing recipes right here. So if this is what you're looking for, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this amazing family. Now, without wasting much of your time, let's get started. To begin with our Zaafi stew, I'll start by cooking my proteins. I'm using goat meat and cow meat intestines, and also the cow meat itself. Kindly feel free to use any protein of your choice. Okay, all right, so now after adding in my protein to the pot, I'll also seasoning my proteins with some blended garlic, ginger and onions. Seasoning your proteins to perfection is very important right here, so kindly note it. Next, I'll go in with some meat seasoning powder and a little bit of salt to taste. Always adjust everything to your taste. Now let's stir everything together very nicely, because we really want our seasonings to really incorporate very well. And once that is done, I'll add in a little bit of water. I'll cover and allow it to cook until the meat is nice and very soft. Now whilst our meat is cooking beautifully, let me introduce to you my pepper mix. For my pepper mix, I'll be blending some fresh tomatoes, 1 medium-sized onion, pepper, garlic and ginger. Very simple, and you can as well use any pepper mix of your choice and you are good to go. All right, so now let's blend our pepper mix off camera, and we are also back to check on our protein, and this is how it looks like after 10 to 15 minutes. It's looking super good and it smells really amazing right here. All right, so now we're going to give everything a very good stir. I will cover it again for approximately 20 minutes for the proteins to really cook very well, because it is a little bit tough, so I really want to enjoy my proteins very well. So cooking it for extra 10 to 15 minutes was the best option. All right, so we are back after extra 10 to 15 minutes and our proteins is looking very soft and perfect. Now we're going to set this aside and we're going to move on to our stew. Now I have my pot heating up. I'll go in with some palm oil. Palm oil is the best oil for this recipe. I'm not sure of any other oil, but palm oil is the only oil that can be used for this recipe. All right, so now I want my palm oil to really smell really good. So let's go in with some momone or fermented fish. You can also replace the momone with some locust beans and you are good to go. All right, so now whilst everything is nice and perfect, I'll also go in with some chopped onions. Allow the onions to saute in the oil for about 2 minutes and we will proceed to our next stage. All right, so now at this point, if you haven't still given this video a thumbs up yet, baby, what are you waiting for? Kindly give this video a thumbs up and also do share this video to your lovely friends and family so they get to see this amazing and inspiring recipe as well. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, so now our onions is nice and perfect. So next I'll go in with my pepper mix, which I introduced to you earlier on. So let's give everything a very good stir until all is nice and well incorporated. And once that is done, I'll leave it to cook or fry for about 10 to 20 minutes, and from there we will proceed to our next stage. We are back after extra 10 minutes and our base is looking all good and perfect. Now let's cook it for extra 10 minutes and afterwards, this is what we have. The stew looks very perfect and delicious already. Now all that is left is for us to go in with some tomato paste. Now the tomato paste was frozen, so I'll allow it to do first for about 5 minutes and we will proceed from there. Alright, so at this point I want to also use this opportunity to thank you all my returning subscribers and new foodie members right here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for liking my videos, sharing and also commenting on my videos, fam. I am very grateful. Thank you so much for doing that. Alright, so welcome back again. Now our stew is in good shape. It's looking super delicious already and it's almost done as well. After extra 20 minutes of cooking the stew, this is what we have. Everything is just on point. All that is left is for us to go in with our protein. Yes, we're going to go in with our cooked protein. This time around, we are not going to add in our seasonings because the stock was very tasty, so I needed to add it to it first to make sure the salt wasn't too much. Okay, and yes, still I needed a little bit more, so I went in with some stew seasoning powder and also a little bit of salt to taste as well. Kindly feel free to use any seasoning powder of your choice or any natural spice of your choice and you are good to go. The stew is looking super good and this meat is one of my favorites. Yes, that was just by the way. Hausa Zaafi stew, we don't make it very thick. This is the perfect consistency for the stew. It should be a little bit runny and you are good to go. Now I really want my stew to really have that pepper flavor, so I'll go in with some pakoshito, which will definitely add good taste and flavor to my Hausa stew. I'll cover and allow it to do its own thing for about 10 to 15 minutes on a low medium heat, and afterwards this is what we have. Our stew is ready. As you can see, it's looking very palatable and very inviting as well. All you have to do is to trust the process and you are going to love it. Alright, so since our stew is looking very delicious and perfect, let's go ahead and prepare our Zaafi, which you're going to be enjoying alongside with this stew. You're going to love it. Trust me on this one. So without wasting much of your time, let's begin with our Zaafi recipe. Now to begin with everything, I will start by cooking some water and I will allow it to boil very well. Whilst the water is boiling, let's go ahead and sift our flour. So for this Zaafi recipe, we use corn flour for this recipe. I have the recipe on my YouTube channel. I'll leave the video link in the description box for you to check it out. Okay, now let's sift it very well to make sure you don't have any unwanted particles in the flour, and also make sure the flour is very smooth as well. So now we're going to set this aside and this is what we're going to be using for our porridge. Okay, now to our second bowl, I'm going to also sift in some corn flour with some cassava flour, and that's what I'm going to mix together with the porridge. Alright, so I'm going to be listing the quantity and everything I use in the description box for you to check it out. Okay, now let's sift it until everything is nice and very smooth. Now whilst that is going on, let me also use this opportunity to thank you all my returning subscribers and new foodie members right here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for liking my videos, sharing and also commenting on my videos, fam. I am very grateful. Thank you so much for doing that. Alright, so now we're done sifting all the flour, so I'm going to set this aside and we are back to check on our water. It is boiling beautifully, so all that is left is for me to go in with my sifted corn flour. At this point the water was very hot, so the porridge started to develop some lumps, which was one thing I didn't like at all. So to avoid this mistake, you need to make the porridge before you put it on fire. Yes, make the porridge very light before you put it on fire to cook it, to avoid any lumps. So I stirred everything for a very long time before I achieved this consistency, trust me. At this point it was a little bit thick for me, so I needed to go in with some water. Trust me, the porridge consistency needs to be very, very watery. It doesn't need to be very thick. Okay, now let's allow it to cook for a while and we will proceed to our next stage. Alright, so now our porridge is nice and perfect. As you can see, this is the perfect consistency that I'm looking for. Now I'm going to set some of the porridge aside because I'm not going to be needing this porridge right now. I mean all of this porridge right now. I'm going to set some aside and I will be adding it to my dough gradually. Okay, now let's go in with the sifted corn flour and also the cassava flour. So if you have somebody to help, let that person help you because this recipe requires a lot of stirring. So my mom was there to help me so that this doesn't develop any lumps at all. So my mom was there to help me do this. All right, so as you can see, she's adding it whilst I'm also stirring it to avoid any lumps. Now let's stir everything together very nicely, just the way you see it on the screens right now. And the consistency of Zaafi should be very, very light. I repeat, should be very, very light. If you make it a little bit thick and you don't enjoy it right away, it will turn out to be very hard right away, and we don't want that at all. Okay, so now let's stir very, very well, and we're going to press the spatula against the walls of our pot, just the way you see it on your screens right now, to make sure this Zaafi doesn't develop any lumps. And to have a perfect Zaafi, it all starts from the scratch. So if your porridge turns out to be very lumpy, your Zaafi will also turn out to be very lumpy, so kindly note it. Now whilst we stirring Zaafi, let me still remind you that subscribing is free. So if you haven't still subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Kindly do subscribe to my channel and also do turn on the post notification bell so that anytime I upload amazing content like this, you will be among the first person to be notified. And also do share this video to your lovely friends and family so they get to see this amazing and inspiring recipe as well. Thank you so much for doing that. And also at this point, let me know in the comment section what you think about this Ghana Zaafi recipe. It turned out really good and I hope you're going to try. Kindly let me know in the comment section what you think about this recipe and I'll be glad to read all your amazing comments down below. Now it's almost done, but I really want it very, very soft. So let's cover it for about 2 to 3 minutes and afterwards, this is how our dessert looks like. It's super soft and looking just perfect. To my Nigerians out here, I guess this is also an alternative for amala, if I'm pronouncing it well, amala, I guess. So kindly try this and you're going to love it as well. If you haven't tried this as well, kindly do and you're going to love it. Alright, so now our dessert is ready and looking very, very soft. All that is left is for us to serve ourselves and enjoy. But before we enjoy our dessert with this green ayoyo soup, let's learn how to make it first. Yes, so without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Now for this recipe, the main ingredient is ayoyo leaves or jute leaves. To begin, I will start by removing the leaves from the stem, just the way you see it on the screens right now. And in doing this, you have to also make sure to remove all the bad ones from it as well, because you don't need it at all. Make sure to wash the leaves very well, because it can be very dirty. Trust me, you need to wash it for about 2 to 3 times and you are good to go. So now let's remove everything, and once that is done, we will proceed to our next stage. Now to a different cooking pot, I'll go in with some water, enough water to cook the jute leaves very well, okay? And once that is done, I'll go in with a little bit of baking soda. Don't forget as well to go in with some dawa dawa or locust beans to give your ayoyo soup a very nice taste. Moving forward, I also go in with some fish powder. If you have shrimp powder, that's just fine, but the fish powder also works perfectly fine as well. Now let's stir everything together very nicely. We will cover it and allow it to cook until it's nice and ready. So we're going to cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes and it should be ready. Now we are back after extra 10 minutes, and this is how our base looks like. All that is left is for us to go in with our washed jute leaves. As I said, kindly wash your jute leaves very well. It can be very dirty, so kindly note it. Alright, so now after adding all the jute leaves to the base, I will stir everything together. And before we allow these jute leaves to cook, I'll go in with some pakoshito or green pepper. Kindly feel free to use the red ones if that is what you want, but since we're making green soup, I love to add in the green ones. Okay, all right, so now after about 10 minutes of cooking, the jute leaves is also ready, looking very soft and perfect. One more thing, I added in some okra. I added about 2 to 3 okra to it to make the jute leaves very dry. But if you don't want the sliminess very much, you can omit the okra totally. So moving forward, I'm going to blend everything in this pot until it's nice and 80 to 90% smooth, just the way you see it on the screens right now. And this is the perfect results that I'm looking for. As you can see, the consistency looks very slimy, and that's what I'm looking for. Now go in with a little bit of water because it was a little bit thick for me. Okay, now let's stir everything once again, and I'll go in with some salt to taste as well. Kindly adjust everything to your taste. At this point, if you have locust beans, you can also add it to it, but since I added in the locust beans earlier on, no need for that. Okay, I will leave it to cook for about 10 minutes and it should be ready. At this point, the ayoyo soup is ready and it's looking very perfect. All that is left is for us to enjoy it with some Zaafi. And I can boldly say from now onwards, you can make yourself a very super delicious Zaafi soup, the stew and the Zaafi itself by yourself. It's super easy, as you can see, and trust me, you're going to love it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this super easy and perfect Zaafi recipe from scratch. Thank you so much for watching this video up to this point, and see you in my next upload. Bye.